Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be giving another update on SNDL, Sundial Cannabis. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. And let's jump right into this one. So SNDL, I've covered this one quite extensively previously. You'll find my previous DD in the description below. So for an update for due diligence, what we're going to do here is a quick news update, anything that is new, and what we can expect from there. Make sure to drop a like to this video. Now, for SNDL, if you would like to skip towards technical analysis, you'll find a link in the description below, or you can just skip through it. So, for its latest news, of course, I've covered this already. They had the closing of the $74.5 million and $100 million offering, so $174.5 million total. That is enough to cover their entire debt, which is amazing. They have as well the launch of premium concentrate brand under its top leaf brands. They also had a strategic investment into basically an extract company. We also have concentrate license agreement with Simply Solventless. Announces completion of financial restructuring and debt-free status. So they're free in debt. They have enough money cash to expand in the US if in fact that is the direction they want to go for. The MORE Act is still in the Senate. It's in the Finance Committee. I already covered what the stances of each of these finance committees are on their or members on the Finance Committee and their marijuana stance. This is the closing off the $74.5 million, and then regarding offerings and additional common shares. So we already covered that previously. Not a lot of things coming up except for institutional buyers. Interesting movements for institutional buyers. Hudson Bay they liquidated their entire position 100%, although yesterday and this week we've seen a lot of additional shares being added by institutional buyers. Group 1 Trading added 1 million shares. Blue Capital around 200,000. Front Street 24, Transcore Wealth 40,000, and some of the bigger names such as Raymond James Financial Services around 40,000. Bank of Montreal increased their number of shares that they're holding. Some have liquidated, like Bank of America, Bank of Montreal, not Bank of Montreal, Hudson Bay, Miri Assets Global Investment 100% down, Renaissance Technology, IPG. So generally speaking, we see more adding than subtraction of or liquidation of shares and positions. So institutional buyers are a little bit mixed, but more bullish than bearish onto this one. Now, moving on towards technical analysis. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe and leave notifications on. It helps my channel quite a lot more than you can imagine. On a 1 week perspective, the ADX is still showing a very strong positive trend. Moving averages for the first time in a while, they're all bullish. The 10 SMA, you can't really see it, but this green line is above the red line, and the price point is above the 50 SMA, the purple line, and that's amazing. Willing % R is actually neutral. It's not even overbought at this level. MACD is still moving up, and MACD and the momentum is looking still positive. Now, on a 1 day perspective, what we get to see here is that the trading action zone is between 161 and 114. The ADX shows in there is a pullback possible, and you get to see that from 396 all the way to 239. We're seeing that pullback generally, so that's fine. MACD is retracting, and so is momentum. So we already know that there's a pullback. The bullish trading action zone is between 161 and 114, and that's where you expect positive reversals to occur. 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, and that's a bullish thing. On the 2 hour perspective, what we get to see is that things are looking a little bit rough. Below the 191, this one is in trouble, because then it becomes fully bearish. Right now, it's having trouble with the trading action zone. It didn't play as nicely after it hit 487. We're still in that sense. I think above around 225 we can start seeing another move, but right now it is in the pullback phase, and that's acceptable. Moving average band, what we get to see here is that the moving average band is between 126 on the top, 114 in the middle, 103 in the bottom. It hasn't traded within there for a while. It's still touching the top of the Bollinger Band around 242, so that's still acceptable. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both showing the pullback is close here. Be very careful when trading this one. You might want to look at supports and resistances. For that, we're going to look first on the Fibonacci support and resistance. I went back as far as I could go to just plot as many lines as I can. Significant support currently lies at 203, 166, 130, 85 cents, and 12 cents. Significant resistance 255, 321, 512, 821, and 1312. Now, if we were to just go ahead with the price line action, let me just zoom this just a tad this way. There we go. Significant support lies at the 193 level mark. Below there, you're looking at 171. Below there, you're looking at 134. Below there, you're looking at 112. Below there, 91. Below there, 74. Below there, 43. Below there, 29. Significant resistances, you're looking at 219, 244, 263, 275, 297, 329. You're looking at 373 and 406, followed by 524. So coming into the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? First off, you need to do a couple of things. In the last month, taking on the 2-hour perspective, try to see if there's any trend. There's not much of a trend. This looks like a really massive push all the way from 227 to $5 and then dumping back up. That is fine, but there's something you need to consider. This one doesn't have compliance yet. So let's count how many days they need to be far off from compliance. They need 10 days above $1. So this comes in as 1 day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They should be in compliance now. So expect that PR of compliance to come in anytime soon. A lot of people are sleeping on that, and so that should bring in a lot of more investors that were a little bit scared of a reverse split. It doesn't look like a reverse split is anytime soon. You get to see the price closed above $1 for 10 consecutive days. So congratulations for that for people who are investing in a reverse split. Looks like it's probably will be coming anytime soon. And just a quick thing to do on the trend line here. The trend line currently is sitting somewhere around this line here. The bottom of it is around 151. Now, if you were to just go ahead in the 1 month, 1 hour perspective and just use this line to draw a channel, that channel would look something similar to, I actually messed up, there we go, would look something like this here. And this is the line that you can probably consider when you're investing, not trading. Even when you're trading, somewhere around the bottom of this line is still solid, still an uptrend. Sometimes you get this massive push for people who are realizing that this might be a good opportunity, and then you get some pumps and dump in between and a lot of mixture of things happening that it raises the price multiple times magnitudes on top. But if you're investing, this is the channel that you need to be really considering. Coming to the question to Ed, do you think that this one is probably going to expand to the US? Well, if regulations that are being introduced will allow that, even maybe in the next NAFTA agreements happening with Biden, I definitely think that is a possibility. Now, is it the best cannabis stock? That is a little bit subjective to what do you consider being it best? What is it best in terms of capital? Now, this is a net negative income, so they need to work on their balance sheet. They did some restructuring, so I'm very interested to look into the next quarter. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful day.